Hi, Ram Stewart with KMK. I'm here today with Neha Jain, who's part of our Salesforce effectiveness team. And today we're going to have a quick discussion about a very interesting and topical subject, and that's on doctors using and starting to rely a little bit more on the social channels for conducting the business. Neha, I know that you've done some work and your team has looked into this a little bit. What are you seeing? You're seeing that doctors are starting to use this quite a bit more.
Yep. Thank you so much, Rob, for inviting me here. And
Yeah.
yes, that is true. The doctors have been using social media a lot more than before. Maybe that could be one of the reason that because it is very easily accessible nowadays. And also that there are a lot of key opinion leaders who like to post their views, and it definitely helps a lot of doctors and a lot of patients sometimes like they read about it and then they go to their physician like what about this therapy or what about that drug that I've read about. So
Hmm.
mostly it is because of the key opinion leaders that they post a lot on, especially on LinkedIn and Quora. So we did an analysis on oncology and we noticed that uh, based on the articles or based on the blogs that some of the industry leaders or some of the major doctors or the experts post. So a lot of drug trend or the prescription trend affects in that area based on the readers. Like if the readers are doctors, then we have noticed a significant difference in their prescription trend. And
Hmm.
yes, so if a company can actually do the profiling in that way, if they can somehow figure out, like we do help companies to figure out the social media analytics and to figure out the doctors who are most active and reading the articles, what kind of articles and what should be the proper keywords for those articles. So if they can do something like that, that would definitely help them in their call planning as well as to figure out their targeted physicians and how to increase their eventually sales.
Yeah, so this is fascinating to me. It really fundamentally changes the pace
Yep.
of drugs and the opinion leaders and how they can influence. Typically they publish these kind of articles in journals and so forth, which
Hmm.
may take a month. They're periodic. They come out say monthly and so forth. Now it's instantaneous, right? And so when that happens instantaneous, for good or for bad, you have to react, don't you?
Yep, definitely. And then it gives a platform for multiple doctors or multiple leaders to communicate.
With
So they
each
can
other.
exchange their views immediately.
So the doctors are communicating both with each other as well as
Right.
out to the community. So do they also communicate out to patients?
No, not on a social platform basically
Okay.
because patients most of the time do not feel very comfortable
Yeah.
commenting directly.
Right.
But mostly we have noticed that sometimes patients reaches out to doctor regarding the things like, I read about the drug. So do you have any alternate medication or why we are not using those kind of therapies?
Oh, so a doctor may not necessarily be using social channels to connect directly to the patient.
But
However,
patient might.
the patient could be reading this information and then reaching back to the doctor. So the doctor has to sort of be up to. It's almost like they're required
Yep.
to be connected in the social channel.
Yep. So it's not just about the interest, but it is the need of the hour right now.
Right. Wow. And how does this? I mean, this can transcend across formulary, across a number of different areas, right?
Yes, definitely. It is. I feel that it affects the whole industry, and
Yeah.
eventually, like not now, but down the line, I think social media is going to be a key player while deciding on anything, any promotional strategy.
So from your perspective, you're a fairly analytical person that's data centric. How do you extract this kind of information in a valuable way? I mean, is this something that is you have desk side that just goes and plucks this information? Is there a way to channel this a little bit more efficiently? How do you go about doing that?
So we do have a lot of different ways to extract the information. We do have different platforms. We do have different coding methodologies to extract information from all the social medias
Hmm.
platforms and then analyze some of the key metrics. For example, like number of comments and the designation of the person who has been commenting on it and like
Hmm.
who has posted, what were the keywords used in the post, and like how many doctors have viewed it, liked it, shared it again. So those kind of metrics that we use, and then eventually we come up with a strategy for the clients.
And we have seen all of these metrics trending up pretty significantly.
Yes, definitely. Yes, yes. We have seen that in the data, like in with respect to oncology or breast cancer, that this does really help in making the decision when it comes to targeting or
Wow.
how should a representative approach a doctor.
Yeah, and COVID must have
Helped a lot.
have added a multiplier effect, I would imagine, right?
Right, right. Because
Yeah.
everything is virtual now. Social media is one of the key player now, so that they can actually make a decision or they can actually share their view.
Well, so it's actually working, and COVID kind of forced us into making it work, and it might be here to stay then.
Yep, yep, definitely, definitely. I really think that eventually this is going to be a key factor.
Yeah, yeah. And then the information that you get that can be channeled in a number of different directions, I would think, right? You know, whether that's directly to your field force and let them know what's trending, for the marketing team to understand branding and or emerging trends on the competitive front. I mean, this is big.
Yeah, yeah. So this can help the industry in almost all the ways. Not just the sales representative, not just the field team, but the brand team, headquarters team, the team who is developing the drug, what is there, what is out there in the market, who are the competitors, better competitor, effective market leaders, everything.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is fascinating, and Neha, I appreciate your insights because I know you've worked a lot with this kind of information. So thank you so much for sharing a little bit about what this is looking like today, and appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rob. Have a great day.
Thank you. And for those that are watching, if you're interested in learning more about this work or other areas within data analytics, please reach out to KMK Consulting. We'd welcome a discussion and continue the conversation. Thank you very much. Have a great day.